Good evening, Flosstube. It is Mandy coming to you with another update, and we've got Stitches to say hi. Say hi, Stitches. She says hi. It is Friday, July 24th, coming to you with another update. It's been almost 2 weeks since I last updated, and I've got whips to show you. I've also got a finish. Very exciting to have this one done. Thank you to the game Uno from Semi-Stained Stitchers Semi-Stained Stitchers. It's a closed Facebook group that I was able to actually focus on it this month and get it finished. I started it back in March and hadn't really worked on it a whole lot. Decided to add it to my Uno game, and what's going on there? I was able to get it done. So I did get a haircut since last time I was here. It was very nice to finally get it cut. Hadn't had one since January or so. My hairstylist was getting ready to go on maternity leave, so I was able to catch her before she went on baby leave. And then, of course, pandemic and everything shut down. So she works out of her home, so we were able to do it nice and safe. Was able to get everything done. Went right down into her basement, got everything done. I know she's sanitizing after everybody, so luckily I was able to get it done. I can get back to my shaved undercut there. Feel a little back to normal, I guess. Whatever normal is anymore, huh? So hope everyone is doing well and has been stitching, so might as well go ahead and dive into it, shall we? So the first one is, I'll put a picture of the pattern up here. It is Compassion Mantra from Ardith Designs. I believe at least when she had it first posted, it was kind of one of those pay what you want type of patterns. And so I made my donation or whatever and got the pattern. I don't know if it was for any particular charity or anything of that nature. I don't remember anything like that. But it was designed as a monochromatic piece, but I think I pretty much ended up, I feel like I was going to end up running out of thread. This is all I have left. It is Wild Berry from Color and Cotton, and it is a really, really pretty purple. But I was scared that I was about to run out of thread, and I didn't want, like half a word to be in purple and something else. So I went through my Color and Cotton to see what other kind of fun colors I could come up with, and I found Zinnia. And find something white to put behind it. That's not gonna work. Notes here. There we go. I guess that's maybe about as, you know me. I haven't quite figured out this whole lighting thing yet. But just, it's this gorgeous pink, and on the black material, I just feel like it looks so pretty. I probably should have done the whole thing in this. I don't know that I actually had it when I started, but it is just so pretty. So these two colors together, and I think it turned out pretty well. Not really sure how I'm going to finish it. Maybe if I can figure out that whole flat fold thing that people talk about doing. Not talk about doing, they do it. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that kind of stuff. But here's the finished piece. Sending out love, kindness, and compassion with every stitch. I'm reading it backwards. So you can see the difference with, I did stitch, and then all of the X's and two of the little hearts. Well, the two little hearts. In the pink, in Zinnia. And then everything else I did in that Wild Berry. So, yeah. Just stitched on a piece of 14 count black Aida that I just had it in my stash. It was one of those rolls or in the tube. So, yeah. Fun. Of course, that's why I put something behind it. Fun little pretty piece. So that was one of the whips that was in my Uno game that's going until the end of the month. and so I had to replace it with something else. So I chose Bendy Stitchy's Trimming the Tree. I am doing this on a piece of, I know I put it on here, Picture This Plus in Haven. I think it's only got like maybe 100 stitches on it more since the last time I saw. The other night when this got called again, I just put in 100 stitches here in this green, so not a whole lot. But we've got the arms and the tree started. It's under there a little bit, but my needle minder's covering part of it, I guess. Just get the extra fabric out of the way. So hopefully I can get more done on it by the end of the month. Moving right along to another whip. I am loving this piece and I just need to start putting more work on it. But of course I keep getting drawn back to my full coverage, my eagles, but eventually, right? Number 9 in the Songbird Garden series from Cottage Garden Samplings. I love this piece. There's beauty in simplicity. The last time I was working on it, I had the leaf to finish up. Maybe I did finish the leaf and I started pulling this little stem up a little bit. I don't remember what it was at last time. But there we go. So I did get the leaf done. Like I said, I don't remember if that was completely done or not. Got the, there's like 3 layers worth of greens here. And starting to build the flower. So this is actually today's whip that needs to have 100 stitches done. I'm almost there. I started working at it on my lunch break a little bit. And now you can really see the colors there pretty good. This really, really pale green. No, I was going to say that was Lucky by Weeks Dye Works, but it's not. It's the inner green here that's variegated. So, no, that lighter green is like 164 or something. Had to stop and think about that, but I think it's really cute how you can see a little heart formed right there. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but I like it. So there will be the house sitting here on top of the flower. So I'm starting to build the house. This is done on a piece of 18 count. I want to say it's Fibers on a Whim in Slate. And so then my next whip that I worked a little bit on, again, I don't even remember how much. I feel like this one hasn't been getting much love, but I'll put a picture here. It is Minnie Stitching Moon from, Minnie the Stitching Moon from Aimee Stewart. Artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth. I am working away on page 9 still. Oh look, it's page 10. So again, I'm just plugging away with this black, not black, it's blue, a couple different shades. This shade right here is the number 32, the one of those newer DMC colors. This has been a good piece that when it gets called on Uno that you need 100 stitches, that I can just quickly plug in those 100 stitches and then I move on to another piece for some reason. So again, another one I really want to keep working on someday. But this one is stitched on a piece of 16 count white Aida. 2 strands full cross. And my final whip for the week. Together We Stand. Artwork by Jody Bergsma. And charted by Heaven and Earth. You'll be seeing a full picture here. I am working on page 40 out of 49. I am using the, it's the large print pattern. I'm trying to get all the material around here. And there we go. I am just plugging away, filling in all of this white. It's not just white, there's very little white in fact, but the eagle's head. This is definitely one of those times that you have to trust the pattern. So I was stitching away on this area right here, couldn't figure out what it was. Looked at the picture, and it's going to be starting, it's just another one of these stripes for the red and white striped in the flags. Well, US flags are white, right? White stripe, red stripe. So this is actually looking pretty dark blue right here, but I'm assuming that it's kind of a shadow effect from the eagle. I'm trusting the pattern. I have no worries, but I definitely was quite surprised to see this like darker blue pattern come through here. So of course his beak will still finish out here. So I'm assuming it's gonna turn out quite well. I'm not worried at all. It just was a little weird by that. And then I've been meaning to say this in the last video or two, but do you see this like oddly shaped shaded right here? It took me a bit to actually figure out what that, like why it was weirder like that, until I looked at the whole piece. And I'll put another picture here of the whole thing kind of zoomed in. That's the shadow of the eagle that's here. It's like its head. You can see a little bit of a beak right here. Again, the detail out of this piece is just amazing. So that's why I know I'm not worried about this. I just love the details. It seems like every time I pick it up, I find more details out of something. So I just thought that was really cool when I finally realized kind of why this odd shadow effect was going on here. But when I looked at the whole picture, you can definitely tell what that is. And maybe once I, you know, were to hold it up the whole piece, you would actually see it better there as well too. So I just thought that was really cool. My eagles, I'm just obsessed with them, of course. That's why I keep going back to it. I can't put them down. Of course, this past week has definitely been all about that compassion mantra piece. I knew I was getting so close to getting it done that I just had to keep plugging away on it. I knew there was another whip that I didn't show, but for some reason I couldn't remember what it was. I finished part 2 in my Positivity Rules Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I didn't iron the material, but it's looking so pretty. So part 1 was the windows, the heart, and the word grateful. And then part 2 was kind, trust, and patience. And that's just so pretty. This is what really has also had my focus this week besides compassion mantra. It was finishing this. I was just kind of stitching quite a way, and there was one night that I just got, I finished this part and compassion mantra in the same night. So I just had like a little bit of trust left on top of the rest of compassion that I ended up just finishing it all in one night. But I finally got my needle minder. So a couple videos ago when I actually got the kit in the mail, the packaging had been damaged by, you know, in the postal, and that had fallen out at some point, and so I reported it lost, that it had been damaged, and so they sent me a replacement out right away. So very thankful for Caterpillar for getting that taken care of. But it came in the mail last week or whatever. So yeah, there is my kind, trust, grateful. And the next part comes out next Wednesday, so we'll see what that ends up being. So, okay, this will be spliced in somewhere just because I realized that as I was putting stuff away that I knew there was something that I forgot to share. So, all right, back to the rest of it. So, that's really about all that I have. Well, that is all that I have for whips. Got a little bit of haul here. My color and cotton threads. I was gonna say fabric, and I knew that wasn't right. It has been a week. I literally just got done working about half an hour, a little more than half an hour ago, and ready for the weekend. So yeah, my threads of the month. I get these from Threads Entwined, and such beautiful colors this month. We've got caramel brownie. Cardamom, so that's kind of a neutral whites with a little touch of brown, kind of off-white. Looks like maybe it started kind of with an ecru. I love this one. Caribbean. Oh my gosh. Just lovely. Beautiful color. My mom's gonna want to steal that one from me. That's her color. And this is Carmine. Really pretty red. I may end up using this on my trimming the tree for his scarf and hat. I had pulled something else in mind, but now that I have this, I may have to switch to this color. I like it. And then Carolina Blue. Not quite what I think of as Carolina Blue. It's showing up a little what I would think of as Carolina Blue than what it's actually showing up. Like there's a little bit of a dark patch through here. My family is from Carolina. My mom was actually grew up in North Carolina, so I grew up going to the Carolinas all the time. So Carolina's a special color to us, but very pretty color. But it's looking a little darker, I guess, than what I would think of as being Carolina Blue. Really pretty. So I did end up placing a little order with Fire Poppies a couple weeks ago. I needed some DMC colors. Those are all put away already. But of course, you can't just order like a few skeins of thread and that's it, right? So I just was wandering through their patterns, see if there was anything else that I had to have, and decided to go with the Hands-On Design Liberty Chockfull. So really pretty. No clue when I'll start stitching it. I did look at the colors the other day. I think I only had a couple of the threads. I might have some in some other projects or something, but I really don't know that I want to stitch it on a black thread material. Maybe on one of those color and cotton material of the months that I've been getting, fabric of the month. Maybe I'll find something pretty. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty to add to my collection. And then I found a Stony Creek Snowman and Friends Welcome. That is just adorable. I think this big snowflake and this one, probably these couple ones, are actually beads. Like, actually, I don't know if it's that Jabco button that you can... Buttons, I didn't mean to say beads, buttons. But I just thought he was so cute. No plans on stitching it, but right away, anyways. I had to add it to the collection, right? So then my, the last bit of haul is the project bag from Stitchy Stitching Toolbox, Stitch Toolbox. Etsy, I'll put the link down below. Stitch Toolbox. Love these bags, absolutely love them. I definitely need to hold off on buying another one for the time being. I've got enough project bags, like we all say. But this one, so when you get the project bag of the month, it's a mystery. There's just a little thumbnail clue about what the one is going to be that month. Well, for July, she offered a Canadian and a US option. I have seen the Canadian one online and it's really pretty, and it's definitely geared towards Canada, which I just think it's really cool. The seller is out of Canada, so I think it's really cool that she offers a US option. It was a patriotic option, and I had to go with it, right? So I mean, Eagles, the projects that I'm working on, kind of me, and she didn't disappoint. So that's the back side of the bag. Very, very pretty flags. And then the inside of it, well, the vinyl front. So this really pretty star. Pretty ribbon. My cat keeps going after the ribbon, so I don't know how long that'll actually stay on there. But beautiful, beautiful bag. Just a little thank you card in it. So within the bag, it comes with a needle minder and a couple of other little goodies. So love the needle minder this month, Land of the Free. think I'll have to switch that out onto my eagles, right? So yes, you can see Stitch Toolbox. So wooden, really nice. And then this month it also came with some floss cards, floss tags. So I don't usually use these too much, but you may end up. But it also included a tag that I can add which project it belongs to. So, really nice. And then her son has actually gotten involved in designing the camper series that she's putting patterns within. And I was trying not to take it out of the plastic, but it's kind of a darker picture anyways. So there's a wagon with some fruit and fireworks and a flag. And across the top it says Miss Liberty, I think it is. So, very cute. And then Twin Peak Primitives. I guess this one actually offered, because there was a Canadian option, there was a Canada pattern, but this one is Americana. So it's Twin Peak Primitives. It's cute. Not really my style, but I may stitch it at some point. I like the shape of the house, so I thought that was really cool. So yeah, that is about it. That's my haul. That's my stitching. Not a whole lot going on with me. It's been working like normal. Still working from home. We got an email this week that they're not even considering sending us back to the office. If they are, then they may start thinking about it in September. And I mean, they're even working on possibly getting us our actual desktop computers from the office somehow. So if we have the ability to do so, I would definitely like to get it, because my laptop setup is just, it's not the big monitors that I'm used to using at the office. So yeah, so I guess plans for the week, just still plugging away on the 4 pieces for Uno. So now it is, instead of Mantra, it's Trimming the Tree, Simplicity, the Stitching Moon, and my Eagles. And we'll see. Next month, semi-sane, I keep wanting to say stain for some reason, sane, is a choose my whip. So you're supposed to choose a picture, like each week, choose a post 1 or 2, well, 2 or 3 pictures of a couple different whips of and let other people vote on what your focus is going to be of the week. So that doesn't start until August 1st. I may or may not do that. I don't know. I'm wanting to get back to those Eagles. I know that's a puzzle, but easy to point to because of Eagles. I'm really wanting to get back to that. I'm loving how much progress that can get, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not one to really plan ahead, so it's definitely one of those what's working for the project groups that I'm in. I did end up finishing a couple different parks now. My Eagles, the full coverage Fanatics, and I don't know why I've not said anything. I completely forgot about them, I guess. I've finished a couple of parks on those. They're challenges that have 4,000 stitches to stitch for a national park challenge. They've got 5 tiers with 5 different parks each. If you complete them all, then you'll have completed 100,000 stitches. Am I right? Could be wrong. I don't know. Whatever that math is. 25 by 4,000. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get it by the end of the year, but we're plugging away at it. So the bulk of it has definitely been on my Eagles. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Nothing else going on. So I hope everyone is doing well. Keep stitching, and we'll see you. I'm kind of thinking that I want to start doing these every week, so we'll see. May start trying to get myself into a habit. I don't know. I guess we'll see you next time, though. You can find me on Instagram under the same screen name, StitchingBee82, if you care to see. I post on not just my stitching projects, but my cat, reading, fun stuff that I find. Who knows? So take care, everybody, and we'll see you again next time.